And 8 runs. Andres Jimenez leads off the top of the 6th and fouls off the first pitch from Carlos Vargas. I mean, it's all upside down. It seems like every time we think we know what's going on, we think we have an idea where the series is headed, it goes the totally opposite direction with the road teams reigning supreme. Bounce under Suarez and into left field for a base hit to open this inning.
Well, it's an offense that I know it sounds like, well, it can't be this simple. But their rhythm, when they get hits and get on base, they just do it better than anybody else. I mean, statistically proven, when the runners are on base, runners in scoring position, they do their thing better than anybody else. So that's how they get it done. And if they are to come back and win this series, that's how they're going to get it done.
We talk about this being a place where they had a big moment early on this year. Max Scherzer talks about this series in Seattle back in early May, and Max has been around a long time. He's going to start tomorrow's game, by the way, but an 18-year veteran said he identified this series here where they swept the Mariners as the moment when he knew this team was special, because they had just gotten rocked by the Angels, tough losses, had all the excuses about they didn't sleep, plane got in late, and they came back and dominated. Springer off the end of the bat to right field. That's going to find a hole. Springer throws down the brakes as Robles gets it into the cutoff man, and they're at first and third with nobody out looking for more.
Speaking of Scherzer, he's probably sitting there going, all right, boys, save a little bit of that for tomorrow.
Ken Rosenthal?
Well, speaking of that offense, guys, remember what John Schneider told us before the game about being more aggressive in the zone. The Mariners know that the Blue Jays don't strike out, so they were thriving in the zone and inducing weak contact. Tonight, 6 balls over 100 miles per hour. That aggression, taking shots, it's clearly paid off.
Well, we figured it was a matter of time before this Blue Jays offense, one of the best in baseball all year, woke up. Had a 1.80 ERA in September, but then one of those outings in the division series where they've stayed away from him since. He gave up 3 runs without getting an out in Game 3, his first outing since then. And it comes in an 8-2 game with runners at the corners and nobody out. Nathan Lucas bouncing the first pitch to first. Here comes the runner from third, and he'll score with a dive as Lucas is tagged out. Jimenez in to make it 9-2 Jays.
Contact always does something, and it's not 100 miles an hour contact, but it's contact nonetheless, and that scores the run. And a great read and an RBI.
They're going to put Vlad Jr. on intentionally here with first base open. Tonight they've paired that contact with the power. Three home runs for the Blue Jays in this game, trying to get in the win column in this series. Down 2 games to none. It's the first at bat for Miles Straw, who came on defensively for Anthony Santander last inning. Straw's not gotten many at bats, but even he has contributed when he has. First at bat of the championship series here. For a guy like Jimenez, it was acquired from Cleveland this offseason. He's gone from the Astros to the Guardians to the Blue Jays, and new life for him. Because last year he spent the whole year in AAA with Cleveland. Gold Glove defender, below average at the plate, but they had no choice but to give him some time. And Dalton Varsho was dealing with his injuries earlier this year, and a much better offensive season than Straw had shown in recent years. Varsho back. Straw still has a role. The former junior college walk-on. He didn't have any scholarship offers coming out of college, but he wanted to keep playing, so he followed a buddy to St. John's River Community College in Florida. He got drafted out of there a decade ago. On a 2-1 pitch. Pops it foul, 2-2.
You say St. John's River?
St. John's River Community College. The more words in it, the more obscure it usually is. Colleges. Same place that produced Howie Kendrick.
Come on, I was just getting ready to say it's got to be the only one.
No.
It's a factory.
That's right. It's produced a World Series hero. Another 2-2. Straw is down on strikes.
Little cutter gets the job done.
Straw frustrated, headed back there into the dugout as Alejandro Kirk comes up. Kirk quiet a couple games in Toronto, but he's walked in and singled today.
Well, if the score holds up, they have half of their job that they have to guarantee. They got to win 2 games to at least get back to Toronto. And it's easy to say, but it's harder to do. You got to go, hey, we got to bring these guys back with us. Period. So the job is you got to win 2 games.
Mentioned Max Scherzer going for the Blue Jays tomorrow. Luis Castillo set to counter for Seattle. Kirk sends a fly ball the other way. Robles retreating to the track, to the wall. It's another home run. Opposite field blast for Alejandro Kirk, and a dozen for the Jays on their 4th bomb of the night. What a roller coaster of ups and downs for this Jays offense.
He may be only 5'8", but he's strong.
Third of the postseason for Kirk after he had 3 the last 2 days of the regular season. Pouring it on in game 3.
We saw that jacket a lot against the Yankees. Didn't see it much in Toronto.
Had to get the steamer on it.
Yeah.
Got a little wrinkly. Varsho into center field. That's in for a hit.